Walking Stick Library presents Biorhythms and Cloud Computing with your librarian hostess with the mostest, Eileen Kramer. And don't forget, you can catch this stream live on Twitch.
And I don't know if anybody is storing anybody's biorhythms. You want to go look? Or do we look and see? Well, we now kind of know what they're talking about. By hooking, they're building a DNA computer by unhooking and hooking DNA strands together in various ways. Do we want to look at DNA computing, or do we want to look and see if anybody's done anything with biorhythms? Okay. I'm willing to take a look at the biorhythms. That wasn't what I planned, but I think it might be fun. Is anybody doing it? We can find out. And the way I would do that is something very specific. Let's get some potatoes back. We're not going to peel them, we're just going to make them. Potato. They look like potatoes when I draw them. They really do. Very round potatoes. That potato needed a pull. And we're going to look at biorhythm. Heartbeat. Or we could even look at heartbeats. I mean, that's another rhythm. And would probably give us similar results. And what we're going to be doing is, I don't know. We could try cloud computing. We could also try maybe batteries. I don't think there's going to be anything in batteries. We could even try data storage. Okay, and we will go get the pen, get the squiggler, and squiggle to our heart's delight. Squiggle, 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 squiggle. I'm going to go get the green pen. This is a very dark green. It's really pretty. I'll put an and in there, and we're going to play around with this until we get it right. And that doesn't mean that means it's, oh, I hate this. There. I want my pen, I don't want my fancy thing there. There we are. And we can color it in. Everybody take a breath, and we're going to give this a go and see if anybody is really doing any kind of cloud computing with biorhythms. And we're going to want GSU, so I'm going to bring Google out of its hole. Pull it back here, and we're going to do GSU library, and we're going to let ourselves in, and we're going to start with the big box, and we're going to do biorhythm and cloud compute with an asterisk, computes, computer, computing, go. I don't know if we're going to get anything, and we have to log in. That moment of suspense. Okay, let it rip again. Rip, rip, rip. It always asks me to log in, even when I've rehearsed on it. Okay. I'm looking for... there's a book here. That's actually interesting. This is sustainable development. economic efficiency of ecosystems. Market Line Company, Proval, Koenig, Kalijicki, Phillips, NV. I don't know what that is. Informatic simulation of plants' biological processes. I want real biorhythms. I want them in the cloud doing whatever they do there. Sustainable development, economic efficiency, digital playbook, a practitioner's guide to smart, connected product solutions with the looks like Internet of Things. Okay, analysis of digital healthcare needs for people with severe disabilities. Okay, I'm going to grab this first one and have a look. This is a book. This is good because we can go to PDF full text pretty easily. And we're going to wait a little bit. And here we are. I have a lot of things here, but I really want an index. This is the introduction. This is business strategies. I don't see any index. So what we're going to have to do is search within this for biorhythm. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, let's check. 44DT, resolution and update frequency. As mentioned earlier, key question must be answered by the solution architect. Concern for digital twin resolution and update frequency. A good example here is a digital twin for a soccer game. Depending on the role of different stakeholders, they would have different requirements regarding resolution and update frequency. For example, a betting office might need to find the final score of the game, and also the outcome of each play. Somebody here doesn't know about betting. The referee, well, plus everybody else playing or watching, needs more detailed information about whether the ball has actually crossed the line of the goal in case of a shot on goal. The audience usually wants higher resolution for internet live feed, including all the significant events, goals, fouls, etc. The team coach might require a detailed heat map of the position of each player during every minute of the game. Finally, the team physician wants additional information about the biorhythm of each player during the entire game. And here we have 4.5, advanced digital twins. And again, this would be simulating somebody who would provide a biorhythm. So this isn't taking a biorhythm from anybody. Now we can do a couple of things. One of them is to get out of the main database. I'm going to go back. And we're going to go all the way back to GSU, and we're going to pick ACM, which this big box does not pick up. That's the Association for Computing Machinery. Todd likes to pick on the IEEE. I'll pick on the ACM. And they're down here. ACM Digital Library. Association for Computing Machinery. You get to know some of this when you work around it. And what we're going to do is look up biorhythm. And I'm just going to put cloud here because this is obviously a computing database. And what do we get? Okay. Predicting surgical outcomes using wearables. BuildSys 24, Proceedings of the 11th ACM International Congress for Energy Efficient Building, Cities, and Transportation. Adjunct Proceedings of User Interface and Software Technology. I see lots of different things, and I'm assuming they are in, in order of relevance, not date. They are sorted by what? Doesn't say, but they bounce all over the place, so we're just going to open this up and have a look. And I'd start with this because it's right available. I'm going to click it. Okay. Predicting surgical. Oh, Ozora is stuck in the pantry. Let me let her out. Hang on. There's a humans upstairs. I know I got the right humans upstairs because I just do. He's got bugs tonight. Come on. Meow. He's in the box. Hello, Ozora. Okay. We're here. I'm back. Ozora, my assistant, has just come out of the pantry and she's on the floor. Emmanuel has the cardboard box on top of the refrigerator, and that box smells of Ozora, who thinks she runs this house. Right, Ozora? Meow, Ozora. She's rubbing on me on the floor. She's being a very good assistant. Anyway, this is the article. And this is 2024. And it is excerpted from Predicting Postoperative Complications with Wearables, a case study of patients undergoing pancreatic surgery. And this is going to have a DOI right here starting with 10. I'm going to copy the DOI, and we're going to find our way back with that in a moment. Accurate prediction of readmission and severe complication risks during the preoperative stage is crucial for clinical decision making. In addition to traditional static clinical data, the activity and physiological data collected by commercial wearable devices such as Fitbit wristbands provide valuable complementary information. However, data from wearables are often incomplete and noisy, presenting challenge in extracting clinically meaningful Hello, Ozora features from fine-grained time series data. In this paper, we propose a pipeline to develop predictive models using preoperative wearable data to predict surgical outcome in patients undergoing pancreatic surgeries. The core of this pipeline is a multi-level feature engineering framework designed to extract high-level features from wearable data, which are then combined with static clinic. Excuse me. She's sending the monitor flying. Are you good, girl? You got such a lovely tail. You all saw her tail. If she sits on my lap, you'll see her. But she did show me her tail. And it's beautiful and bluish gray. And the core of this pipeline is a multi-level engineering feature engineering framework designed to extract high-level features from wearable data, which are then combined with static clinical characteristics to form input for the predictive model. In a clinical study involving 61 patients, our approach improved the area under receiver operating characteristics by 44% compared with the existing risk calculator employed in clinical practice. And we'll save that DNA. We'll save that DOI for later. I'm thinking this might be down here. I think it's this one. This is, I can get the date on the bottom, 2022. So somebody else, this is the real article over here. Okay, fair game. Now what's in here? I don't know. I have no idea, but let's look for biorhythms. No luck. It didn't like me. We could just search biorhythms and see what the computing people use them for. I'm just going to make that less is more kind of search. And okay, this is 2000, what was the year on this? 2018. Hearts and politics metrics for tracking biorhythm changes during Brexit and Trump. Let's see what that's about. That sounds kind of fun. Our internal experience of time reflects what is going on in the world around us. Our body's natural rhythms get disrupted for a variety of external factors, including exposure to collective events. We collect readings of steps, sleep, and heart rates from 11K users of health tracking devices in London and San Francisco. We introduce measures to quantify changes in not only volume of these three biosignals, as previous research has done, but also synchronicity, periodicity, and we empirically assess how strong those variations are compared to expectation during former major events, Christmas, New Year's Eve, Brexit, and the US presidential election of 2016. I love you, Ozora. I'm glad you're back out of the pantry. Yes. I don't know if the camera caught her face. I hope it did. She's very pretty. She needs to groom herself, but other than that, she's having a great deal of fun. Okay. I have to keep this from getting pushed off by her, because she loves to rub her face on the monitor. She is a cat, after all. Okay. Let's try this one. This is an artwork. A little different. A space resonating with being. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Digital rendering of our interactive artwork experiences. A space resonating with being is a visual audio interactive artwork where the visual art on a 55-inch display changes in response to external intervention. Focusing on experience, the space as a living organism, real-time visual effects that appear on the display reflect local and natural environment. When there is no viewer interaction, symbolically integrating the natural environment into a space. When the viewer interacts with the artwork, it is transformed by an algorithm based on physiological signals from the viewer. The artwork changes based on their biorhythms, such as their breathing, heart rate, and they enjoy a unique experience where the art responds to them by providing a dynamic and colorful visual audio experience. So you're more than just a battery, Todd. It's fun to find this stuff out. Bodily signals entrainment in the presence of music. Aww, there's a tail and a rump. Cats don't have butts, they have rumps like horses. Cats don't have buttocks. We do. We have different muscles. Aw, you're so sweet, Ozora. Okay, she's on the floor now. Okay, let's take a look at the music. I didn't even think this was even show up. And again, I'd like to see how old this is, which we can do here. 2019. A user listens to music, his bodily biorhythms can entrain with the music's rhythms. This work describes a human-computer interface to characterize the evolution of a stochastic signatures of physiological rhythms across the central and peripheral nervous system in the presence or absence of music. We track the heart, EEG, kinematics, variability under different music-driven conditions to identify the parameter manifold and context with maximal signal-to-noise ratio, as well as to identify regions of maximal and minimal statistical codependence. That's called how to make an exciting subject a little on the dull side. It really is. And here we have one for plant biorhythms. And there's more. I mean, there's lots of stuff here. Here's heart calligraphy, an abstract portrait inside the body. pretty. And again, this is somewhat older. People have done all kinds of fun things. What's the date of this? 2016. And this is something called TEI. Heart calligraphy is a biofeedback installation that creates abstract portraits of participants with their heartbeat data using a pen blotter. Real-time heart rate is mapped to the basic parameters of the pen's behaviors, namely speed, position, and pressure, and pen downtime. Due to natural variability in heart rate, every portrait becomes personal and unique graphic, which reflects the natural biorhythm inside the human body. I didn't know they did stuff like this. And here we have ubiquitous heart rate measurement using indirect floor vibration sensing. I'm just kind of skipping some of this because I want to see what else there is. Okay, let's do the new wave of joyful forest technology, because plants have biorhythms too. Here we present an exploration of the playful potential of forests and how interactive tech might respond to it. Through first-person speculative and situated generative design methods, we engaged with a range of forestry activities to explore the capacity to afford experience based on joy and care. An analysis of 16 trips to the forest and reflections is there. I don't think this is what we want. We're looking for biorhythms. So let's do those indirect ones and then we'll let it go. And here we have heart rate is one of the most critical metrics for human health. Most common methods for measuring human heart rate involve body contact, whether from wearable devices or manual measurement. However, such devices can cause discomfort to some patients. Past work for non-contact or remote heart rate measurements, camera or audio, is often limited by line-of-sight measurements that are not always possible in the real-world environment. This paper presents FLOOR, an indirect heart rate monitoring system for human beings using heartbeat-induced floor vibrations. The key insight is that the human body generates a small wave of pressure and sound with each heartbeat. And these propagated vibrations through structures the person is in contact with, a chair, and through the floor. Floor then detects and interprets these small floor vibrations. We developed a highly sensitive vibration sensing system and heartbeat pattern modeling to identify these tiny vibrations among body motions and ambient noise. We evaluated FLOOR in a real home environment, demonstrating that an average heart rate error similar to medical device standards on the floor near the subject's chair, and on the order of 10 beats per minute on the floor 2 meters away from the subject. So, yeah. They are collecting your biorhythms, but for all sorts of reasons and to do all sorts of things. They have a little more imagination. I know they're not using you as a battery. There is a patent out there about using human motion to rewarding human motion with Bitcoin. And I can look that up. Let me take us back out here and we will go, that's not what I want. I'm going to pull us over here and put us at 100%. And this is just a Google search. As long as we're here, we may as well get our potatoes, and we'll do this in Google, and we will look for motion Bitcoin. And it was a patent, and it was a Bill Gates patent. And it was a patent. And we want what's in the middle. So let's get that. It's going to be this guy over here. And the search is going to be patent, and it could be movement or motion, and Bitcoin. And I know this was a Bill Gates thing. We really are doing a very tight known item search. What we're looking for is up we go. Now let's try it again, folks. That's not what I want. This is what I want. And I want it red. Why is that so difficult? Okay. Let's run it down here, and we will run it on Google. And let me get a Google up for us. And we're going to do motion. There it is, cryptocurrency system using body activity data. This is the famous 6606A patent. And this is it right here. But it's tiny. Let's do the PDF. That's going to be easier to read. And this is International Patent Number 2020060606. It's not 66. So it's got zeros in it, number one. And the person who invented it was not Bill Gates. It was Dustin Abramson at Microsoft Technology. And what they have here is human body activity associated with a task provided to a user may be used as a mining process of cryptocurrency system. A server may provide a task to a device of which a user is communicatively coupled to the server. So a wearable or a headset or something you hold in your hand, a mouse. A sensor communicatively coupled to the device of the user may sense body activity of the user. So nobody's talking about an implant. Body activity data may be generated on the sensed body activity of the user. Cryptocurrency system communicatively coupled to the device of the user will verify if the body activity satisfies one or more conditions set by the cryptocurrency system, and award cryptocurrency to the user whose body activity data was verified. So this does not make me think of implants. It really doesn't. It makes me think of we put the user on a treadmill. And I'm going to get us images in Google so we all get a look. And I want a human on an old-fashioned treadmill. I'm not thinking of a modern treadmill. I'm thinking more of something like this. There's a wheel under there. If you look, where is this? Ah, there it is. If you look, there's a wheel under these guys, and they're walking up the wheel all day long. It's kind of considered torture, but you could hook somebody up to a computer, put them on a more modern treadmill, and let them pay them in cryptocurrency with a pedometer. Or you could attach a pedometer to them, could even be wireless, and put them on a treadmill. If you're one of 51.8 million people in the US who use a treadmill for exercise, you know there's much pain for your muscle fitness gain. or your next 30-minute jog as you count down to the final seconds, ponder whether the hard work made you a better person. Consider whether the workout would feel different if you had powered something, even a fan, to cool yourself off. 200 years ago, the treadmill was invented in England as a prison rehabilitation device. It was meant to cause the incarcerated to suffer and learn from their sweat. It would mill a bit of corn or pump some water as a bonus. It's interesting because when they let people out for exercise, I'm sure a lot of them would be glad today to go on a treadmill and run. They're stuck in their cells all day. They might feel relief instead of pain. And so that's what I think of when I think of monitoring somebody's walking. I think of putting a pedometer on them and sticking them on a treadmill. Could also have, so if it was long-range radio, make them just go out for a walk and count their steps. There are a lot of pay-for-steps programs out there. I mean, not just with cryptocurrency. We had one we used to have one for walking at GSU, and you got to open parts of a picture. It wasn't fun. You didn't get to pick anything. It was not fun at all. And we had one where you would get to a country on a map as you did your walking, and you put your steps in. So there's a lot of these out there. This one just happens to reward cryptocurrency. But that's the patent they're all worried about. So they think they're going to turn you into something, into like a battery or something, or a cloud computing storage hub. And in reality, this is just a pay for motion kind of deal, and it's been around forever. Thank you for watching, and remember, you can catch me live on Twitch.